Hey, guys and gals. Hey, it's Hot Rod Thompson Afternoons, 1019 The Wolf, and I want to introduce you to the lovely and talented Ashley Mcbride.
Hi.
Oh, it's so good to have you in Sacramento.
Man, it's great.
And what a fresh breath of air having you
Thank
here
you.
in town because, your music is inspiring in ways of, not only hitting you in the heart, but we're talking about traditional type country music that a lot
Yeah.
of artists are kind of steering away from.
Yeah, the pendulum swings, it goes one way and it goes really far, and then it comes back the other direction. And so I've kind of grabbed it Tarzan style while it's coming back by me and just doing it. You just got to do what you know.
Oh, absolutely. And doing what you know, kind of want to take a little history trip here for you.
Sure.
Back in the day when you were a little girl, you had a teacher,
Yeah.
and it was kind of a rough situation, and you wrote a song about it strictly for the Grand Ole Opry.
Yeah, and it was actually before me playing the Opry was even an option, about a year before. But I wrote it that way it would happen, just kind of manifesting that a little bit. Yeah, my co-writer said, have you played the Opry? And my answer was not yet. And he said, we should just write what you want to play at the Opry. So we did.
So when you jumped up on stage, that is a great YouTube video, by the way. If you have the chance, you need to go on YouTube and search her Grand Ole Opry appearance.
You can watch me cry.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, there's something, of course, I've never been in that circle, but there's something that you feel when you actually go inside that circle.
Yes.
And as a performer, where so many greats have been before, I mean, you got to describe that feeling to us.
I usually just say it's knee knocking, but it's the most welcoming feeling too. And it would have been maybe easier if I had felt like all of the former members and former artists of the Opry were on my shoulders, but they weren't. They were behind me, saying, "Go, this is your time."
Patting you
Go
on the
do
shoulder,
it."
going,
Yeah.
"You got this,
You can
girl.
do this. Welcome back. Welcome home." It was a really weird feeling. Everybody there too, when you're walking down the hallways, every Opry member you see stops and says, "We're so happy to have you with us tonight." Everybody, the security guards, everybody. It's just like they know your name, they know why you're there, and it's just the most. Everybody hugs you.
Oh, that's hospitality right there,
Yeah.
and that's exactly what you're finding there.
Yeah.
Wow, I can't even imagine. Can't even imagine. So tell me about your new single. You got a debut single coming out here on the radio.
Yes, the new single, A Little Dive Bar in Dahlonega. It's a real place, Dahlonega, Georgia, and it's a real bar. It's a cafe bar. And it's not mentioned anywhere in the song what the name of the bar is. But I started getting Twitter tweets and Facebook messages. People are like, "We have to know which bar in Dahlonega it is." And like, "Oh, it's the Crimson Moon." And people are traveling to the Crimson Moon now and going in and taking pictures of the inside, which is fantastic. It's such a wonderful place.
That's awesome. Can you spell that for me?
Dahlonega. Okay, it's spelled
yeah.
like Dahlonega. So Dahlonega.
Oh, perfect.
Yes.
There you go.
I had to really work on that just now. I had to. I should have practiced that probably.
So you're not an overnight success. You've been
Right.
on writing songs and things like that for the past, 10 years? You had an
this
EP
is my,
back in
my
2006?
11th year doing this. Actually, not true. I bought a guitar yesterday, and then I
Oh, really?
flew to Nashville. Yep, I woke up, and they were like, "Here's your career. Here's your standard rich and famous contract. Just go ahead and sign that." Yeah, it was 11 years in dive bars, biker bars, donut shops, everywhere that would.
A lot of work, and it's a hard road to get there. But good
Thank
for
God,
you.
though, because when you finally get what you've been working for this long, it's like graduating college. That's a degree, and it's yours, and no one can take that from you. You can't say you did. No one can tell you did not earn that.
So when you sign that contract, you're officially part of the record label.
I am.
Oh my gosh! Excitement,
Yeah.
celebration.
Celebration for sure. And I was a little girl, told my mom I was going to do that someday, and she always said, "Okay, honey. Okay, honey." I could have said I'm going to be a cosmonaut, and she would be like, "Okay, honey." But I was like, "No, Mom, I'm going to do this." In fact, one of my very first concerts was on the Dixie Chicks Fly Tour, and where we live, concerts didn't come through. We were 3 or 4 hours from anywhere.
Not on the main route.
Right. So they came to Little Rock, Arkansas, and my mom took me to see them. And we were in the pit, and I asked if I could stand in my seat. And Mom said, "You can stand in your seat for like 2 songs, and then you need to get back on the floor." And the lights went down, and they started going, "Dixie Chicks, Dixie Chicks." And I was like, "Oh, this is so cool." And I looked at my mom, and I said, "I want this." And she said, "Okay, honey." And I said, "I'm going to go get it."
It was born.
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go. And look at you now. I mean,
Right?
you've opened for artists like Chris Stapleton. Willie Nelson. Who else?
Hank Jr.
Hank Jr.
Yeah, Leonard Skinner. We were out with them just a couple of weeks ago, and now I'm out with Eric Church this weekend, and it'll be my second time to be there with Eric. John Party was one of the first guys to take me out, and what a great way to cut your teeth on that scene.
Local homeboy right here.
Yeah, he was one of the first guys to kind of take me under his, not really wing, maybe hat. Took me under his hat.
Big hat.
Yeah.
And before you know it, they're going to be opening up for you.
Yeah.
So look at that.
This is a cool journey. Yeah.
Goals. Envision it. It can happen.
That's right.
All right. Well, such a pleasure having you, Ashley
Thanks.
McBride.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's listen to some music from Ashley right now.
Great. This tune's called Radio Land. It's what I used to call where I grew up. Mammoth Spring, Arkansas is a really small place, and we had 2 radio stations. We had a country station 6 miles one way. We had an oldie station 6 miles the other way, and that was the only thing we had out there. Where there's no internet service or cable or anything out there. So, but the school lunch menu was on the radio, and the game if you couldn't go to the game, the church service if you couldn't go to church service. It was a really good way to grow up. We had one country station you could drive and listen all the way to Watertown. Mama kept oldies playing in the kitchen, turned up just a little too loud. Daddy was a rock star riding on a tractor, listening to Townes Van Zandt. I was 5 years old with a hairbrush microphone, growing up in Radio Land. Oh, oh, Radio Land, just the other side of a dashboard light. There ain't a dream you can't dial in. Radio Land, Radio Land, Radio Land. Catch a Friday night game or a Sunday sermon in the cab of a Chevrolet. And Casey Kasem in an old Panasonic counting down my Saturday. Mixtape Valentine, love cuts like a knife. I wanna hold your hand. I got my first kiss, got to first base, all thanks to Radio Land. Oh, oh, Radio Land, just the other side of a dashboard light. There ain't a dream you can't dial in. Radio Land, Radio Land, Radio Land. Buy a guitar, learn a couple songs, found some buddies and start a band. And get on a bus and try your luck out here in Radio Land. Radio Land, Radio Land, Radio Land, Radio Johnny and June. Radio Land, Radio Land, Radio Jack and Diane. Radio Land, Radio, Radio. There ain't a dream you can't dial in out here in Radio Land.
Yeah.